Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Joining me today is Sriram Seshadri. We were to have done this thing last Friday, but because of some other commitments, we could not do it. So we are doing it today, and we hope to be on a regular schedule again in a few days. We'll keep you posted on that. But before I welcome our guest, please like, share, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Sriramji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel.
Sir, namaskaram, sir, and namaskaram to all the PGurus audience. Sorry I couldn't make it last week, and then we will actually do a bit of a rejuggling of our schedule. But I wanted to come online every week as promised. That is why taking advantage of 2nd October holiday came online. Happy to be with you all.
Yesterday, viewers, the Tamil version of the same debate that we are having today had garnered a huge amount of response. I mean, I can't tell you how well received that was. And if you really want to understand the undercurrents of how the Dravida parties approach politics, what they say, what they do, what they think, what they want things to happen, how they start, moving pieces here and there, using journalists sometimes, using some of their spokespersons. All this stuff is a fairly complex mess because they need that kind of stuff to stay in power. If it's a black and white vote, they wouldn't be able to hang on to power the way they have done. This is my call. Sriramji, you can take us back a little bit because we have about a bit of catching up to do, about 10 days old catch up to do. Yeah. Starting with, what has been happening, including today. Annamalai is still in Delhi. He's holding meetings. He's talking to many people. We'll cover up to that. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a great ride. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So to start with, I want to give 2-3 information before we actually go back in history for a little bit. 6 months back, I had a show with Sree Iyer ji on PGurus, where I predicted that ADMK will break its alliance sooner or later. And they made the decision last week, I think 18th of September, if I'm not wrong. I think they made the decision, officially announced it. Prior to that, there were a lot of parlayings that has been happening. Initially, Annamalai was a source of or sole reason why ADMK wanted to, or especially Edappadi Palaniswamy wanted to sever ties with BJP. And he met Amit Shah in Delhi one-on-one meeting. The reason for such a meeting was because there was a delegation from RSS that came a couple of weeks before. I think 6-member delegation came to Tamil Nadu, did the entire assessment, spoke to several people, collected a lot of information, including to an extent a tacit understanding between DMK and ADMK. And then, that report was presented to Amit Shah, based on which Amit Shah called EPS for a discussion. What transpired in that particular one-on-one discussion, neither Amit Shah nor Edappadi has revealed what has happened, but there are a lot of guesses and, grapevine news that kept spreading, saying, Amit Shah wanted 25 seats to be given to BJP, and he would give it to TTV Dinagaran or others. And also a rumor that, DMK and ADMK having a tacit understanding where ADMK would ensure that BJP doesn't win, so that doesn't form its own route in Tamil Nadu. There was also reports that kept on saying that Edappadi wanted DMK government to be sacked. Lot of assumptions, lot of rumors that have been floating around. And, one definite prominent thing that happened was ability of Edappadi to transfer votes to BJP. Why should BJP be in alliance? That was a question probably was asked where, very, categorically. Because in 2019 parliament election, the NDA got 84 lakh votes. As against, they should have got about 1.5 crore to 2 crore votes, which is roughly about 35%. They got about 84 lakh votes is what NDA garnered. And because of that, only one seat was won. And then it was a severe drubbing that happened for, and more so, most of the BJP contestants got almost like, 2014, whatever ADMK got, 2014, whatever BJP got, if you sum that up, half of it was what BJP candidates got. So that was one question which probably Amit Shah asked. And lo and behold, Edappadi returns to Chennai or Tamil Nadu, and within a day or two, Jayakumar, senior party leader and ex-minister, announces ADMK BJP is removed from ADMK alliance. All along they were creating this posturing that Annamalai talked about Jayalalitha, Annamalai talked about Anna, and because of that only they are exiting. Then a set of emissaries went to Delhi, headed by Velumani from Coimbatore, and of course KP Munusamy, who has been the champion of breaking this alliance from BJP. He went to all 5 people went to Delhi, probably arranged by one of the by BJP Tamil Nadu leaders, meeting with Nadda and Piyush Goyal. Amit Shah refused to meet them because he was literally upset because Edappadi went and announced a breakage from the alliance without consulting or without concurring with him. So naturally he was not happy about it. And Piyush Goyal sort of seems to have conveyed this message to the 5-member delegation, saying that anyway you have broken the alliance, why are you here? To that extent was the discussion. All along, everybody thought that they are gone to talk about Annamalai to be removed as a state president. Probably Annamalai actually has been creating a ripple in both DMK and ADMK because of this Enman Enmakkal Yatra. It entered Kongu region, Coimbatore region, and then the amount of resounding reception that this received was stupendous, and probably that added a last straw on the camel to ADMK to exit. Because whose vote that Annamalai would be taking away from? It was everybody knows it is mostly about ADMK vote bank is what he is taking over. Not the committed voter base of ADMK, but those who are sympathizers of ADMK. Those votes definitely Annamalai is taking away, and naturally Edappadi could not have that. Second reason is a personal ego between Edappadi and Annamalai, because in the Kongu region, 2 prominent leaders becoming dominant leaders. Probably Edappadi didn't want that to happen. So by breaking away from BJP, he thought that BJP will be left around as a political orphan in 2024, and then Annamalai would probably be sacked or probably lose prominence. So all these happened, and then Edappadi or ADMK convened its district secretaries meeting, where they adopted a resolution which only talked about Annamalai, and then they severed the ties with the BJP. Didn't talk about Modi, didn't talk about BJP as a party, didn't talk about central government policies or nothing about it. And then they just broke away from the party. Okay. And BJP even now has not reacted to it, neither positively nor negatively. They're just keeping cold. I think that's BJP's way of handling. When Uddhav Thackeray contested along with BJP in 2019, and then they won as combined. They won the election in Maharashtra, but Uddhav Thackeray wanted to be the CM, which BJP did not allow. So he was talking in parallel with NCP and Congress. Almost more than a month, nobody talked ill of Uddhav Thackeray. When Uddhav Thackeray stabbed at the back of BJP and then formed the government called Mahavikas Aghadi, Uddhav Thackeray had to be elected within the first 6 months to become to retain his CMship, and he was not willing to go and contest a by-election. So he wanted a MLC route. So there was only one seat left for MLC, which was a nominated position by the governor, and BJP acceded to Uddhav Thackeray's request and then gave that position to him. So BJP probably was not in a mood to even a backstabber like Uddhav Thackeray. They didn't want to stop him from becoming the CM. So that was, and when Nitish Kumar broke ties, nobody talked about it. When Chandrababu Naidu broke ties in 2018, just Piyush Goyal said one statement that, beyond a special state, we have given so much for Andhra Pradesh. That's all they made, and then no ill talking or no, political rhetorics were talked about it. So that is probably the way Amit Shah and Modi handles this, alliance partners, and the same way they are giving the same treatment to Edappadi too. Modi seems to be very, very upset with Edappadi because he gave a next seat, or he kept him as a next to him as a largest ally, and then gave a lot of respect. But Edappadi did not probably deserve that. That's what Modi feels now. Today, in one of the TV shows, one of a prominent senior advocate who met Edappadi last Friday or something, revealed breaking news, almost a breaking news, without he realizing it that he broke this news, where he said Edappadi showed him, because this guy has been talking in TV shows saying that, Edappadi should not have made this decision. So Edappadi convinced him with a file which Edappadi Panichami has been creating for months together, that, finding a way to exit this alliance. And at the same time, on the other hand, he was giving he was talking about forming a third term, prime ministership for Narendra Modi. And this is exactly the double standard that Edappadi was playing, which I'm sure Amit Shah is aware of. Amit Shah is not he's a political Chanakya of, modern era. So definitely, Amit Shah is aware of this preparation. And that could have been one of the points that he would have confronted Edappadi when he met. All put together, this has been going on. And I think I wrote an article about Desiyam versus Dravidam, where I dwelled upon it, and then PGurus published this too, where we talked about why Edappadi is not trustworthy. And this is exactly the reason. And then it's good that, BJP is breaking its alliance. I only hope that now they realize that they should not be holding parlays to, somehow bridge this alliance. Edappadi is in no mood to do that. I think BJP should form its own alliance. And what will happen to it, we'll definitely see, in this program. But second, another one that we got yesterday or last 2 days was we saw how Edappadi uses some journalists or, influencers. And then, when the usage is done, he just dumps it. KP Munusamy, one of the senior leader, talked about Rangaraj Pandey and Kolagala Srinivas in public. Both of them are YouTube. Rangaraj Pandey runs a Chanakya as a channel, Kolagala's channel run by Kolagala Srinivas. Both actually are a supporter of Edappadi, and then wanted this alliance to say, even after ADMK announcing it, they kept on saying that this alliance is a must for defeating DMK. And KP Munusamy said that, both of them alleged ADMK, trying to topple the DMK government. That was the pressure that they put on BJP. That is why BJP is unhappy. And that is and when BJP refused to do that, Edappadi broke the alliance. And this is the reason that these two were giving in their shows. Honestly, Rangaraj Pandey never talked about it. Edappadi also never talked about in this way. Kolagala Srinivas never talked in this way. Kolagala Srinivas once again said very clearly what Edappadi Panichami has been saying. 44 Amavasyas, DMK will be toppled. So that was Edappadi's wish he was revealing. So my assumption is either KP Munusamy didn't want these influencers to change Edappadi's mind, or Edappadi himself didn't like these two people continuing to showcase that the alliance is a must, and hence he wanted to put them in a place. Both are possible, especially after today's revelation by a senior advocate Tamil Mani in one of the channel. It is apparent that Edappadi Panichami has been preparing this ground. All he wanted, he got it. Two-leaf symbol, ADMK, and he driven out TTV Dinagaran, OPS, and all the Supreme Court cases. Everything came into his favor, and then finally he decided, okay, no longer he needs BJP, and that's why he exited. I think this is the summary of Sree Iyerji, that why probably ADMK exited this alliance. And I just only pity some leaders in BJP who still are aspiring to form this alliance or patch up this alliance. I think they should no longer try this, give it up, take a back seat, and then allow Annamalai to form his own alliance and then run that election of 2024. under the banner of the BJP. I think that is what BJP should do, and everybody should stand behind Annamalai now. And I'll pause here. Any further comments, and then we'll go to the next set of discussions.
Thank you so much, Sriramji. And this is a live show. Somebody asked if this is live or recorded. It is a live show. And all questions are welcome. We are going to try our best to answer your questions. It's a little bit late in the night for Sriramji. We usually start at 8 p.m. But we will try and accommodate. There's no problem with that. Sriramji, couple of things. Today morning, viewers, I had a hangout with Sri 𝗤𝙤 𝗢𝙤. And then after that, a few things have also happened. But most important thing there is he said that Sunil Kanugolu has been in touch with EPS and that there is a possible rethink on part of Indian National Congress, whether it wants to continue its alliance with 𝗓𝗏 Munnetra Kazhagam in light of the fact that the Sanatana extinguishing or extinction, whatever you wanted to destroy, whatever you want to call it, very abhorrent. That statement seems to be hurting the Congress, especially in two states, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Yesterday's Sea Voter poll shows that BJP has made up lost ground, that BJP is now around 41% of the vote, and Congress is at 46%. But see, these are all not very scientific. You have to look at the poll size, sampling, how you did it, how scientific was it. Certainly, there is a groundswell movement towards BJP, and they have wisely not mentioned the chief ministerial candidate. So, a question to you is, as a psephologist, right? Momentum. When something happened, this guy said it in September 18th or 13th, something like that, we should, Sanatana Dharma should be completely eradicated. How long does it take before the momentum makes itself be present on the ground? We have the elections coming up not far away. Do you think this will stay that long?
See, one thing is, it is, how long do the opposition party, in this case, the BJP, can prolong this momentum can be, retained until such time, either people get fatigued or until such time the Indie Alliance, parties calls it enough is enough and then, snaps ties with DMK. You can keep it sustaining, but it will work for one election. I wouldn't see that this will work till 2024, but definitely will work for one election. If they continue to talk about it, then in 2024 also it may have an impact. But in my opinion, see, there are different thought process emerging, Sree Iyerji. Sunil Kanugolu actually is no longer working for 𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏. He just 100% working for Congress, and he is also personally retained by Udayanidhi Stalin to boost his image and build his political career. So in this context, whether Sunil would be reaching out to 𝗏𝗏 to patch up, I doubt, because then he needs to snap ties with Udayanidhi Stalin. Though 𝗏𝗏 is running the erstwhile IPAC, when Prashant Kishore ran an IPAC event for activities for 2019 election, and whatever the asserts that he had created, officers, people, everything, 𝗏𝗏 acquired them and then runs his own company, which will be managing DMK's poll strategy going forward. But personally, Udayanidhi's counsel or advisor is Sunil Kanugolu. If Congress is interested to break its ties with DMK, then Sunil has to break his ties with Udayanidhi also, and then probably work with 𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏 and then patch this alliance. So, very long shot at this point in time. I don't want to say that it is a possibility, but it may happen. I'm not ruling that possibility also, but at the same time, we talked about who really benefits in the show. Actually, the best beneficiary is BJP, and both DMK and ADMK are going to be suffering because of this breakup of the alliance. I'll tell you why. All along, DMK enjoyed the anti-Modi, anti-BJP and minority votes, which is significant for them in Tamil Nadu, right? And against all, beliefs, it's a myth that DMK attracts or, is a savior of minorities. It is not. It is Congress which actually gets all the minority votes, and the DMK probably gets few percentage, but almost 80 to 85% of minorities stick with Congress in Tamil Nadu. So if Congress leaves DMK alliance and then goes to ADMK, then ADMK will stand to benefit that. Second is, now both ADMK and DMK will split the anti-Modi, anti-BJP votes. So that way, DMK's percentage vote that they got in the last election is going to slide significantly downwards. At the same time, BJP probably will get all the benefits of anti-DMK vote, which otherwise used to go to ADMK. Because, people vote for ADMK only because of they don't want to vote for DMK. And then since they don't have a third alternative, it used to go to ADMK. And especially when Jayalalitha was there, she used to get that benefit significantly. And now BJP will stand to gain on those also, apart from its own voter base that it is garnering through this Enmakkal, Annamalai's, active campaigning and active politics that he is playing. So that is why I said that, BJP will stand to gain. I and JVC Sriram both did some back of the envelope calculation and then said they should cross 2014, which is 19.5% vote that they got by significant portion, which is we almost gauged about 24 to 25% vote that BJP alliance will get in 2024. Provided the alliance is with PMK, DMDK, and all the smaller alliance, partners, joins hand with BJP, then BJP-led NDA would get about 24 to 25% vote share. The three-corner contest, that's a very, very significant portion, dear viewers, because it may get about minimum 3 to 5 seats, if not, if this vote is concentrated in several constituencies, then it could even get up to 8 to 10 seats. I'm not going to bet on it until the alliance is formed and then who is going to contest from where. But if PMK is with BJP, DMDK is with BJP, I'm sure that these are the two parties which probably will be thinking, where to go. Maybe they'll talk to ADMK, they'll talk to BJP, they'll talk to DMK also. So all the three, possibilities are there. And 2024, Modi is still most popular to win the election. BJP will win on its own without any alliance partner. They'll cross the majority. In that circumstances, parties would choose either they should win their MP seats, or if they are not going to win their MP seats, that will be in the combine that is going to form the government in the center. So that way, ADMK will most probably will be left as a political orphan by all the parties. Suppose DMK alliance is intact, let's assume for a moment, then all the parties that I talked about, PMK or DMDK, will align with BJP and not go with the ADMK. In that case, ADMK will become a political orphan. But we need to wait and see if Congress is willing to come out of DMK alliance. Then the equation changes drastically. 2024 Tamil Nadu election is going to be a very, very interesting ground for psephologists and analysts, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Then one has to go to every nook and corner to collect the details before one forms an opinion. So anything could happen if it becomes a full-fledged three-corner contest. A smaller alliance under DMK, a smaller alliance under ADMK leadership, and another smaller alliance under BJP leadership is going to, and Seeman contesting on his own. I wouldn't say that's a four-corner contest, but Seeman would get anyway about 7 to 8%. So remaining 92% will be fought by these three partners. And if such an alliance comes, then DMK and BJP will be fighting, vigorously in southern districts, about 18 seats. And BJP, ADMK and DMK will fight the Kongu Mandalam about 14 or 15 seats. Remaining 14, 15 seats will be, or rather 10 or 12 seats will be contested vigorously by ADMK and DMK. I think that is how the equation will span out, Sree Iyer ji, if the three-corner contest happens.
Now, even while all this is happening, ADMK spokespersons are mouthing a lot of vituperative language at BJP, using bad language. I'm sorry to say, which is why I keep saying that these two they're not very different from each other. They go back to the same tactics, and they can't keep politics polished. That is very unfortunate. Let's wait and see how that plays out. The more significant one, Sriramji, is this new caste survey that has been released in Bihar. Any surprises there?
I don't see much of a surprises there, but what happens is the current ruling government, Nitish Kumar, if needs to probably realign his ministers and people who would be contesting from where, because there is a significant portion of or I would say that imbalanced representation at the ministerial level. Whatever Yadavs probably are not the most populous, or the number percentage wise they are not the highest, but they seem to be the dominant in the political arena. I think that will give a significantly wrong message when they go for the polls in 2014. But unless both Nitish Kumar and Tejasvi Yadav take some corrective actions, and even when the corrective actions are taken, the other caste will feel that they are just doing this for electoral purposes and not with good intention. So all these put together, the ruling combine probably is going to eat a humble pie because of this. Say Yadav's is 14.27. Thank you for putting this up. And you talk about Kurmis, then Kushwa. So these three, Kushwa, where is that? That is not there.
That's not there. Yeah, these are all power caste people.
Yeah, but the Kushwa, that is all the three. I'm talking about Yadav and Kurmis and Kushwa put together are about 35% or 40% of the ministerial birth. And when you look at it, their total is less than 20-25, right? So which means 20%. So they are significantly double counting or representation, in the ministerial birth. So definitely this is going to give a wrong input to, for them to defend. But I don't see this where is a minority population here. So that is also a very important aspect to look at it, because Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, the polarization and counter-polarization happens very, very significantly. And the minorities population, in my opinion, I think is about 10%, less than 10% in Bihar, if I'm not wrong.
Sir, it's actually no, sir. Sir, it is 18%. 18%. 81% Hindu, 18% minorities. 1/8.
Okay. 1/8. Okay. So, and they also don't have a representation in the ministerial birth. So that is going to be then Yadav's, Tejasvi Yadav and Nitish Kumar have to really, come in defense, saying that, are they the savior of or representatives of all the communities? So I think a lot of answering will be done by them, and a lot more analysis would be done now. And based on that, the electoral alliances would happen, and some sort of rejigging will happen as to how to contest these elections. So 2024 is going to be the first time, it will be worked on this caste line. But though it's a published one, Sree Iyer ji, politicians knew this very well all along. And we all the analysts knew more or less the numbers. Probably this is not, now we have an official number. More or less number that we have is in this range, or some sort of a range. So I don't think it is a big surprise. Everybody, only thing is now it has been made public, and hence public will start looking at it saying that, okay, I don't have a representation, whereas someone with a 0.6% is having a significant amount of representation. Those sort of questions would start coming.
So that begs the question, what is the purpose of pushing this caste-based survey?
I think Bihar had been wanting to do that for a different reason, for their state reservation purposes. Okay. So OBC alignment or OBC realignment, they wanted to do that. But, they should not have done it just before the election. They should have done it after the election. Then at least, they could have used this effectively. But doing it before election, this is going to give a different connotation to electoral politics and electoral discussions and analysis. Why Bihar did this is only for the purpose of the state level registration, because reservations, because in under Constitution 16 and 17, both gives powers to states to define what is their reservation policy. Of course, it cannot cross 49.5% as per Mandal Commission, but nevertheless, within that, the realignment and everything of OBC and BC population realignment would happen based on this caste census. Is when they can do this realignment within the state level reservation. I think that is the main purpose why they did that.
Thank you so much, sir. And now let's take a few questions. Venkatraman Narayan wants to know, don't you think ADMK is moving away from NDA is in the best interest of BJP? Shall appreciate your views on what next for BJP in Tamil Nadu to do well and consolidate and then build up its vote share.
Venkatraman Narayanan, yes, of course, it is the best thing. That's what I have been saying, because BJP will know what its size is, where do they stand, first thing. And, as we speak, Annamalai is in Delhi. He has been having various meetings, one with Nirmala Sitharaman, one with Nadda and Amit Shah. I think tomorrow there's supposed to be all party leadership meeting to be held at Kamalayam in Chennai. That was postponed, or that is called off, cancelled, because Annamalai is still in Delhi. But what I gather from is, they are working out a strategy for 2024. They are going to come out and then announce their decision on not to work with the ADMK, especially when the new details come out that ADMK has been preparing this for months together, even before Annamalai started talking about Jayalalitha and Annadurai. The best thing that BJP should do is create its own alliance, very strong alliance, work with PMK, work with DMDK, work with Pudhaiya Tamizhagam, smaller parties. And because down south, work with AMMK, down south, I'm talking about Trichy and below, and more so about Madurai and below, the districts. A huge amount of vacuum is being filled, and Annamalai can become a caste neutral, leader for these sort of locations and this geography, and they should go after. The second is the booth committee, booth level. We have been talking about this endlessly. A lot of BJP supporters used to criticize and saying that, oh, you are talking about booth committee, people will vote and all. Booth committee's importance is very, very important. They are the one who knows exactly who is going to vote, who is not going to vote. I think that is where they should act, Mr. Narayan.
Next question, please. Sanjay Chawla wants to know, has the Sanatana controversy affected the AM padyatra? Annamalai.
No, it has not, because in Tamil Nadu it doesn't make much of an impact at all, because we have been used to it, and then probably we just for some reasons, I feel very sorry to say that we don't have the spine to stand up for such things.
Sir, even now arrests are continuing to happen for people who are expressing independent thought.
Yeah. Yep. Yesterday there was one guy arrested in Tamil Nadu, where he had just tweeted something, and then and midnight arrest. Invariably the Friday night midnight arrest. It's been going on for last 1.5 to 2 years.
Trey Jones wants to know, given the stable domestic fiscal situation, could Modi administration offset El Nino related food inflation effects with one-time agricultural energy doles prior to 2024?
Good question, Trey Jones. Good fiscal situation, but I don't see that there is a significant amount of food inflation effect that has been happening. See, El Nino, of course, Karnataka is severely impacted because of El Nino, and the rest of the regions have received more than the rainfall as of September. As of September, whatever rainfall supposed to be received, I think the regions have received more than. In fact, if you take Tamil Nadu, the annual rainfall we have reached almost if I'm not wrong, about 85% of annual rainfall has already been received. And we are yet to get a monsoon set in Tamil Nadu. The northeast monsoon is yet to be effective. It is still yet to start. So in that situation, I think we may have a flash floods. I don't know, but that could create some problem. Energy doles, in my opinion, I think Diwali time, definitely there will be a cut in petrol prices like what they did in last year. It might definitely happen because oil marketing companies have been accumulating the margins and profits for the global crude price fall. And then by about Diwali time, it could be one time cut. And I expect by about January, the LPG will see another 200 to 300 rupees. So they'll bring the LPG price to around 600 to 650 per cylinder. I think that is what they will do. Definitely energy, I don't call this as doles, but energy price revisions definitely will happen. I don't know about agricultural products. Anything should be done at this point in time. We need to wait and see if there are going to be significant amount of flash floods that happen in West Bengal or in Andhra Pradesh or Tamil Nadu. Then we may be in a dire situation for food.
Next one, please. Prasanna Venkatesh wants to know, sir, is there any possibility Nirmala madam to contest this election in Tamil Nadu? And that's why she is keen to know Coimbatore constituency, and tomorrow also she is coming to Coimbatore. What's your opinion?
99.99% she will not contest from Tamil Nadu. If at all she is contesting, she is already a Rajya Sabha member, which from Karnataka till to 2026. I don't think BJP will be at this point in time. They will not give up that seat to Congress, because if Mr. Sitharaman contests somewhere and then gets elected, then she has to give up the Rajya Sabha seat, which will go to Congress. So until 2026, probably she may not even contest the election now, even though Modi clearly had given an indication to two-time Rajya Sabha MPs that they should contest Lok Sabha election and then come to Rajya Sabha and then not use a backdoor entry through Rajya Sabha. I think Piyush Goyal also is being told to contest, get a seat to contest. And if at all Nirmala Sitharaman is contesting in the election, she will do it from Karnataka and not from Tamil Nadu. Because, number one, she is a Brahmin. Very difficult for her to win under BJP ticket. Even though it would be a VIP constituency, I don't think she will be contesting from Tamil Nadu. She is visiting Coimbatore to kickstart, I think, going to a few colleges and all. And then there's a second leg of Enmakkal Yatra is getting over. First leg itself, she is supposed to come for the conclusion ceremony, but because of G20, she couldn't make it. So I think the second leg conclusion ceremony is going to happen. I think that she's coming for that.
Next one, please. Magnet Ranga wants to know, Namaskar, while it is probably good for BJP in the long run to go it alone, wouldn't it have been better if BJP was the one to call off the alliance? It would have made better optics.
Magnet Ranga, good thought, but BJP, in my opinion, has never ever exited an ally from the NDA camp so far. And they have allowed the ally to exit on their own. Shiromani Akali Dal, Nitish Kumar, Shiv Sena, Chandrababu Naidu, you name anywhere, they have not actually sacked any ally from the party. Even Vajpayee government, when DMK was part of it, 6 months before the election, they just walked out of it, knowing very well that they may lose it, and they have a bigger and then they called it BJP was communal and blah blah blah, and then exited, formed alliance with Congress in 2004. So BJP so far has never sent any ally out. So that is the reason. Probably it is a principle that they have. And other way around, if you look at psychologically, not in Tamil Nadu, but other places, BJP may gain the sympathy votes also because of that.
Next one, please. Mangai Bhashyam wants to know, how does the anti-incumbency vote be split if there is a 3 or more way competition?
Very good question. Mostly it will be taken away by the dominant party that is to come to power. So since it's a parliament election, BJP will get some and ADMK equally will get some. Suppose it would have been a state election, then ADMK would get the bulk of it or 70% of it, and then be the third runner-up, or BJP, if it is a third front, will get about 30 to 35%. But in this case, it's either 50-50 or BJP will gain more than ADMK on the anti-incumbency, because generally people vote for party that is going to matter to form the government, and that is how they'll split.
Next question, please. Trivikrama Prabhu wants to know, what happened to Annamalai plans of disclosure on DMK misdeeds?
No, he did two portions of it. One, he revealed DMK files. Second, he gave the Binami account details to governor. See, I think that will only be a headline management. Eventually, actions needed to be taken by the agencies. A political party can manage headlines, which he will continue to do. Probably in the next set of files that he reveals, he comes out with. Naturally, he's going to reveal some amount of details, but nothing can be proven because he may have enough data to show, to prevent any defamation action. But other than that, I don't think, he may have sufficient proof that can, convict a person on these misdeeds. So this will keep on happening. It's a political rhetoric, and then, it is a headline management, which Annamalai will continue to do.
Next question, please. Why is 𝗤𝙬 not being wound up? Mukund Rangaswamy.
Mukund, why should it be wound up? It is a valid company. Only the misdeeds have to be caught up. See, between 2006 to 2011, all the political parties will have some amount of affection towards land. 2006 to 2011, the DMK ministers and others grabbed the land, cheated people. 𝗤𝙬, on the contrary, is buying at more normal nominal value, or if there are property which has litigation, then they go with one of the parties and then do a distress procurement. But otherwise, a normal land, they don't actually grab it. This was Saqure Kala's formula. Saqure Kala, when 2001 to 2006, any property that is comes for registration in Chennai above certain certain value, she will come in and then buy it. So the buyer, say for example, the value is anything with above 50 lakhs, for an example, she is not going to come and buy it for a 30 lakhs, 20 lakhs. She will buy it even for a 50 or even 55 lakhs. But she will buy that property. So she used to have a truck with the registrar office, and the seller wouldn't have a problem selling it because, anyway, the seller has decided to sell it for a market price, and that market price is being paid by someone else. Only the buyer will have a bit of a heartburn because, the buyer would have decided to invest their money. They wouldn't have an opportunity. That is exactly the formula that 𝗤𝙬 is using. They are not actually grabbing the lands or property. Of course, they may be doing it some places. Wherever I said there's a litigation, or wherever there are people who are untraceable or who will not raise voice. But majority, they actually buy in the market rate and then go by the proper route. They are not cheating the documentation process, etc. So that's why, public uprise is not happening against 𝗤𝙬.
Next question, please. 𝗤𝙗𝙁 𝗍𝚉 wants to know, how are the chances for Modiji to visit Devar Guru Pujai? might advance the 𝗤𝙗𝘗 versus �திராவிடம் stronger?
𝗠𝚢𝘂, very good question. Been saying this, that Modi should visit Devar Pujai before the election to consolidate the Mukulator vote bank, and not just that. Modiji sincerely likes the Tamil leaders, sincerely likes the Tamil culture, so he should visit. Hopefully he does it, because Devar was one person who said 𝗤𝙗𝘗 and 𝗖𝙗𝘗 are two eyes. So naturally, when it comes to 𝗤𝙗𝘗 versus �द्ராவிடம், Devar stands tall in that particular ideological battle.
Next question, please. Pawan Kishore wants to know, the idea of reservation is to improve the lifestyles of backward people and eventually get them out of backwardness. 25 years of RJD, JDU, there hasn't been any improvement. Instead, there's been only increase of OBC. Your thoughts?
Sir, reservation will never ever bring any of this population out of that backwardness. The reservation ideally should do, I don't deny that, but reservation will never ever. One should go to Rohini Commission report, which is yet interim report was out in 2018. The final report is yet to be placed in the parliament. When that, even the interim report revealed that out of the 25%, 26% reservation available to the OBCs, 2%, I think less than 20 communities, 20 caste gets about 22% of the benefits, and about 900 odd caste groups get the 2% benefit, and remaining 1,900 or 1,600 caste group get about 1% benefit. Imagine then who is actually supposed to get these benefits or not getting it. It is highly skewed beneficial benefits to the OBC community. Same thing happens in SC/ST also. So they need to relook into the way how this is administered. Only then the people will come out of the backwardness. I'm talking about 2,700 odd caste groups in OBC. About 1,600 to 700 have not even received the benefits of this reservation for the last 10-20 years. Then what about the reservation will never ever bring elevate them from the backwardness. I think it has to, entire reservation policy need to be relooked into, and then see how practically it can be administered.
Next question, please. Chaitanya Takle wants to know, can Modi government apply Article 356 on Tamil Nadu, thereby dismissing them?
Number one, there is no ground for applying Article 356. If Article 356 had to be applied, West Bengal was the best candidate when after the poll, the violence and all happened. There was the best candidate even there. Modi does not believe in using Article 356 unless and otherwise there is a reason behind it. Of course, he did use it in Arunachal Pradesh or a couple of states where it was a necessary, not because of law and order situation, but because of stalemate in forming the government, and hence to keep the assembly under suspended animation, imposed 356. But other than that, not to dismiss a government. So I don't think he's going to do that. At this point in time in Tamil Nadu, because there's no ground for it, even though there are a lot of things that law and order situation and all is there, but there's no ground for imposing Article 356 at this point in time.
Next one, please. Mihir Jha wants to know, just with Sengol temple and 6% Brahmin votes, can BJP reach 25% vote share in Tamil Nadu? There is no 6%, Mihir, it's only 1%.
1 to 2% Brahmin votes. But Mihir Jha, you're failing to understand, probably that's a myth people created, especially in Tamil Nadu. More so, that, it is a Brahmin party, right? It's not. BJP has a support base. BJP probably was the first and a party in Tamil Nadu to have a Dalit as its party presidentship. No other party has the guts to do that. The second Dalit president was Murugan. Before that, Kripanidhi was the Dalit state president. So there has been a significant amount of attraction or support from people who are not Brahmin community. Of course, there are people who were in the office bearers, prominent people were Brahmins, H. Raja, for example, Ila Ganesan, and Narayan Tirupati now, they're all Brahmins, but that's only few. There are several other leaders, Vanati Srinivasan, Karuppu Muruganandam, Annamalai now, and then C.P. Radhakrishnan, Pon Radhakrishnan, Professor Srinivasan. They are not Brahmins. They are all different caste group they are coming from. And Thada Periyasamy now, K.P. Ramalingam, they are all Dalit leaders. They are there. So I don't think you can just brand BJP as a Brahmins party.
Next one, please. Rajdeep Roy wants to know, Sriram Seshadri sir, state like West Bengal, where caste-based politics is not so pertinent, how can BJP repeat it? It's early performance because most of the BJP MPs are not performing in their respective constituencies. Mamata Banerjee absolutely made them irrelevant. Only corruption-based anti-government agitation is enough?
Good question, Roy. But why is Mamata Banerjee afraid of Suvendu Adhikari? Why did Mamata Banerjee came as one of the prominent people to come again and then speak against DMK when the Sanatana Dharma issue came about? Because she knows exactly very well that reverse polarization will kill her in West Bengal. So it's not just the caste; it's also about opposition. When do people, when do the parties get votes? Only when they stand up for the people and then stand against some of the ruling parties' policies and principles. Look at the local body election performance by BJP. Significantly better than what they did in the previous local body election. Same with the state election. From 3 MLAs, they became about 75 plus MLAs. So it's not just the caste-based politics or religion-based politics. It's also the people perception that keeps changing. And Mamata Banerjee is, and moreover, the anti-incumbency. 3 terms she has been a chief minister, not done anything great for them. She had been surviving because of the illegal immigrant Muslim votes and especially 24 Parganas and those areas. She has been sweeping because of this minority votes. I think that is not going to happen every time. And I think this time, if Congress and Communists decide to ally with Mamata Banerjee TMC in West Bengal, BJP will get about 25 plus seats. Because Congress and Communists are staying away and contesting on their own, and then TMC and BJP are fighting as a 3-corner contest, almost the 2019 repeat would happen, if not better for BJP, maybe 1 or 2 seats give or take, but otherwise 2019 would repeat in my opinion.
Next question, please. Akash Ravi wants to know, do you think BJP should have preempted the move by EPS and should have cut ties with the ADMK instead of bringing EPS to NDA meet and then giving it respect?
See, honestly, BJP thought that EPS is not going to, probably they misread it. Probably they misread it when the NDA meet happened. I think post that only a lot of people were raising doubts. I have been one guy who had been repeatedly raising doubts about trustworthiness as a ADMK, and there have been a lot more people who have been doing that. And that's when RSS high-level committee team came and then did the exploration. And based on that, probably Amit Shah got the wind of it, saying EPS probably no longer, ADMK is no longer, sustainable as an ally. So I think they misread it when the NDA meet happened.
Next question, please. Thank you so much. Varun Paniyat is the last question. When will Annamalai release ADMK files?
Good question, Varun. I don't think he will do it before 2024 election. Or maybe during the election campaign, he may start pushing some data. I don't think he will do it now, because if the moment he does it now, people immediately, ADMK will jump into it and then say, oh, this is because they broke ties. Otherwise, you would not have done this. So I think he will wait for appropriate, opportune moment, not immediately, in my humble opinion.
Thank you so much, sir. And viewers will be back again very soon with Sriramji. We will let you know when the day of the week is going to be. Some small tweaking going to be done. but he'll be a regular on our channel. Thank you so much, Sriramji. We are going to be starting soon, some of the constituencies where what kind of specific work needs to be done for a particular party to do well. So we'll be doing that. Sriramji is very hands-on on a lot of these things. You will get a wealth of information. As long as you subscribe to our channel, you will get notified. Thank you so much, sir, and we'll be back again soon.
Thank you.